We're taking calls from Manchester United and City fans. Let's speak to a City one first. Hello, Paul.
Evening, mate. You okay?
I'm good. How are you?
After yesterday, not too great. But other than that, I'm all right.
Did you see it coming, that result?
No, I didn't. I have to be honest with you. I thought yesterday, 85 minutes, it was a shocking game. And I said to my mate, if it blows the whistle now, I'll take the 1-0 and just look back on it and think, what a shocking derby. But the problem for me is, and as I was saying to your producer before, is that there's been instances recently where the in-game management from Pep and maybe the team as well has been really, really poor. And I'll use an example of the Liverpool away game. We were shocking there, absolutely shocking. But there was an instance at 1-0 where 1-0 down. We had a little spell where we weren't too bad. And you think, right, get the good players on now. Get De Bruyne on, get Doku on, get Savinho on. Let's have a go at them. If we get beat 3-0, we get beat 3-0. But he didn't. He left it. The penalty came, 2-0, then brings the players on. It's too late. And yesterday, 1-0, it was shocking. We weren't creating a thing. Just bring John Stones on. Go to 4 at the back. Take what you've got. Take the 3 points. And as daft as it sounds, if we'd have won yesterday, you could almost say we were sort of a little bit back in the mix. But now, it's completely over.
What do you make of the recruitment of late for Manchester City? Because, listen, you've got some good players there, but people like Jeremy Doku, I like him, but I never quite know what I'm going to get from him.
No, he's not good enough, Darren. To me, he's a squad player, and he's the sort of guy you could bring on maybe with 20 minutes to go or play against the lesser teams. But if you look at a City player, if you like, of the last sort of 7 years, he'd get nowhere near the team. You know, he's never at the Sane level. Goals and assists wise, he's nowhere near what Sterling offered, Mahrez offered. And I know he plays in obviously a different position to them, but if you had them available at the moment, Jeremy Doku would be sat on the bench. There's no doubt about it.
Can I ask you, Paul, what's happened to Grealish and Foden? More so Foden. What's happened to him?
I was just going to answer on the Grealish one there. The Grealish one, again, to me, comes back to Pep because he's never, ever in my lifetime going to be a winger. Now, he's been out there, and I feel sorry for the guy in some ways because it's just not his position. We played him inside against Forest. He had a good game. Wasn't great against Juventus, but then he's on the bench today, so he's got no consistency there in a position where I think is his best. And then for Foden, I think the summer's really affected him, and then it's just been a hangover from that. And again, he's never really been fit. He's not put maybe 4, 5, 6 games together.
Listen, I've enjoyed talking to you. Before I let you go, just a quick question. Of course, Man City need to win the Premier League. As I say, need a big club. Man United were there, Liverpool there. Of course, we've seen Chelsea. Arsenal need to win the Premier League. Is your manager the right manager to rebuild and win that Premier League for you maybe next season?
I'm going to say no, but only reason being is that I believe the players are exhausted by Pep. I think if it was a completely sort of Pep was coming into this team, then it would revitalise them.
Yeah.
But because they've all been there for so long, then I think no. I think they're sort of almost fed up of it.
Do you know what? Wow. And Aiden made a really good point. Aiden Darren, was it last week when I was with him? And he said that the players almost shrugged their shoulders like took a breath when Pep signed the new contract. And I just wonder, I mean, it sounds bizarre, right? But I think there's some truth to that because he is undoubtedly been the best manager about for some time now. But the demands that he puts on players and the kind of intensity that you have to play at every single season, every single day, I just wonder if some of the players are like, all right, we've got to go again. And maybe that's why you're seeing this decline.
The end, yeah.
Once it's the end, because I still feel they're good enough to rebuild again, but
I don't know if this group of players are good enough to get back to those dizzy heights.
Well, I think they've got a fair too many of these players are 30 plus. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're right. Especially in the midfield. Joe's a Man United fan and a very happy one. Hello, Joe.
How are we doing, guys? You okay?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, very good. Manchester is red for now.
It is indeed. What have you phoned up to say?
I just think we're, all well and good. Manchester's red for now, and we've got that little trophy, as they say, but I just don't think we can get too ahead of ourselves for now. We've caught City at a really good time, haven't we?
You have. And I mean, there were large spells of that game where even when you're 1-0 down, I'm thinking, well, Manchester United, come on, offer a bit more. The fact that you've actually won that at least now gives you a little bit of, okay, here we go. We go again, on to the next one.
Do you know what? I had a mate round yesterday watching the game. And when we were 1-0 down, I swear to God this is true, I said to him, I still fancy us to win it. Now, I would never say that against Man City.
No.
I just thought there was something else.
Yeah.
David's a United fan. Hi, David.
How are we doing, guys? Okay?
Great. How are you today?
I'm feeling better after yesterday, that's for sure.
I bet you are. What would you like to say?
Well, a couple of things, really. One of the things is, well played, Amad Diallo, and it's great to see players actually putting in the performances that he has over the last few games. And I think that he is now setting the benchmark as to what Ruben Amorim wants at this club in terms of work rate and application. And I think, as you guys were talking earlier, that Rashford may be one of the first people out the door, purely because that will send out a massive message to everybody else. You know, it doesn't matter whether you grew up, in Wythenshawe or whether you come from a different country. If you play for this club, you've got to do it in the right way. Second thing, can I just say is that all of this debate that we've been having over the last however months or whatever about Pep being better than Fergie or vice versa, I think this period now for Pep is going to outline and maybe solidify, which one or the other, because Fergie did this where teams were, regenerated time and time again. And now Pep is, one of the hardest periods of his managerial career, and I think this is going to make him or break him.
Do you know, it's a great point, and that's why I'm fascinated to see where this team goes, because you're right, he's had some great teams over the years, but this is the real sense of crisis he's had, like his team's fallen and completely gone off a cliff.
You know what it is, and I haven't said anyone say this well, but we're all alluding to it. I think he could be burnt out.
Yeah, so it takes a year off, but then he's probably thinking, well, I can't take a year out because then I don't know what he'd be thinking. But
do you think he'll walk away?
No. I mean, if he walks away, I'll be disappointed. I know burnout is a big thing in mental health. I understand all that. But I'd be more disappointed because it would almost feel like this is the first sign of real, like, a difficult period. Up against it, and he's walked away. That I wouldn't like that.
No, I know what you're saying.
But on the flip side...
Like the easy way out.
Yeah, like, the first time in my career, it's gone this bad amount of
He's a perfectionist, right? Yeah. And if he believes he can't get this team back to where they were, then he'll go.
What? Again, I hope he doesn't, because I want to see him come again and see what he's made of.
Yeah.
But if he does, then...
This is the first real test, right?
Massive test.
Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Man City. Yeah. Never, ever had this.
No. Oof, tough test.
Real tough.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.